This video presentation is being sponsored in honor of my friend Christina and her boys Jonas and Vilius, who have inspired me to live in the moment. Okay, so we're going to talk about sitting. A lot of parents are asking me when I'm working with their kids, how to get my baby to sit. He's not sitting yet for a variety of different reasons. And before we sit, we want to make sure that we have a stable core to sit with and a stable upper core, neck and upper thoracic area. If not, it's kind of like trying to put a basketball on a pencil or on a noodle. You know, it's just not going to do really well there. So we want to make sure those muscles are engaged and doing well. And there's a lot of different ways to do that. We can work on rolling. And I'm using my little monkey friend George here for demonstration purposes. So we can work on rolling, okay? So from the back to the tummy. And when we do that, we're going to use the neck and upper body and as well as the lower body to roll over onto the stomach, okay? And then of course we can work on rolling from stomach to the back using the core again and the neck and the upper body. So those are great prep activities that your child should be able to do before they sit. In addition, we can work on side lying with some pressure up through the arm that we're bearing weight through, and that's going to strengthen the side of the neck and the shoulder girdle there. And of course, tummy time, you know, is a great way to strengthen the scapula, the shoulder blades, and the back of the neck, as well as the forearms to prepare for sitting. So those are some ways. We can also do some activities like pull to sit activities. They'll work the upper abdominal area. So those are some activities to get ready for sitting. Once your child can hold their head stable, as well as their shoulder girdle area, they may be ready for what's called prop sitting, which is where they sit and they're going to have their hands down in front of them. So kind of like this. You can't really see, but he's propped on his arms, okay? So sort of like that, okay? And that's an early sitting activity, and that's great. You know, they can get up, they can prop like that and start working a little bit down the core to strengthen that. Now for some kids who need a little bit more time sitting but can't sit long enough, you can get a Boppy pillow and put behind them to give them support. You can stack 2 Boppy pillows. Just make sure they're not sitting way back on their pelvis like this. They want to be sitting on the bottom. And also you could get a box. Here's my Prime shipping box, but you can use a plastic bin and you can put little Georgie in here, okay? So now I've got him in my box, and if I need, I can give him more support with some, you know, stuffing, like small pillows or blankets or a rolled up towel. And now I can work with George in the box, and I can face him toward me and do some activities with his upper body. So I love using boxes for a reason like this. So this is great for kids who just need a little extra support sitting. Just remember not to leave them too long in a seated position like this if they can't sit independently yet, because then you're putting a lot of compression down through the spine. Once kids are sitting, we can get a little bit more challenging to start engaging the lower core with some different things. I can sit them on my leg like this, you know, to give a little more, make it a little less stable and start engaging the gluteal muscles. I can sit them also on some other kind of wobbly surfaces. Similar to my leg would be, let's say, a roll, okay? So I can get them up on a roll like this and sit like that, and we can work on some dynamic seated activities. So that's kind of fun. We can use a therapy ball, or this is a really inexpensive little ball here, but another way to work on seating and start engaging that core a little bit more. I also like to use an elevated firm surface. The floor is great, but usually kids are long seated in that, meaning their legs are out in front of them. That gives them a little more stability. When they're ready to do what we call short sitting, I can put them on a stool, okay? So like this, and I'll be in front of him on the other side, and we can work on some sitting activities. Notice there's no back support, which I like, because that means that these butt muscles have to start kicking in. But be careful, because that means they can fall backwards. So you need to make sure that you're giving them the support that they need. And you could use something like a bin, also to sit on. So anything like that. So those are some tips for learning how to sit, and once they're sitting, working with them in sitting. I hope these have been helpful. And if you would like to sponsor one of these videos, or you would like your company mentioned and product shown, please just reach out to me at theideatherapist@gmail.com. Have a great day.